just not quitting isn't as easy as making a decision, I'm not going to quit. Some of us really have some issues and we have to put safeguards around our not quitting. What I'm gonna say, and this always works for me, is creating a consequence. One way to not quit is get around people who don't quit. Or get around people who won't allow you to quit. So I used to quit all the time because my friends would allow it. Yo, every time I come with a new idea, they like, oh, that's a good idea. Yo, you should do that. But I get around my mentor and I say, yo, I'm about to do this new idea. They said, well, hold on. What about the other thing?
Nothing that you are supposed to do in this life to achieve a result is easy. We just have to stop like coddling. And it's coddling. Oh, I understand why you're quitting. I don't. So here's the thing. Right now you're telling me you broke. And you're telling me that you have a business that can generate income. It's been generating income. But you sometimes don't feel like it to the point where you want to quit. Stay broke. You have the solution. Even with my clients, like with my students, when they celebrate something, they be so excited to come and report their win because they know that I'm going to twerk for them. Not like bent over to the camera, but I'm going to, they love it, okay? It's like ringing the bell. They'll say that they've won and I'd be like, okay, I'm over here twerking.
I was wondering why you had so many male clients. You got a lot of male clients. Now it all makes sense.
Okay. I do not twerk for my one-on-one clients, just to be clear. And this is on a Zoom call, you guys, for clarity, okay?
Welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast. Donnie's here.
Donni is here.
Yes.
With bells on.
Yes.
Super excited to be here. This is going to be a quick conversation today. I think we need to get straight to the point. I've been asking everybody on live what they want us to talk about today. And you know what I'm noticing? People don't ask the right questions to get their business built. Like, people are asking things like how to not quit when you feel like quitting.
But that's important.
Yeah, you just don't quit.
It's not that easy, though.
It kind of is. So I believe that a person who has not yet made up their mind that it has to happen or it has to happen will falter and they will potentially quit. And I believe that the solution to not quitting is to make up your mind and decide that you've had enough of whatever it is and you're ready to go. You're ready to do the work. I don't think like having moments of taking a pause or a break or a day of procrastination is the equivalent to quitting. And all those things are natural. And sometimes those cycles are hard to break out of. But just quitting altogether, just don't do that.
Easy to say when you're in. So here's my biggest challenge with relationship coaches that are not in a relationship. I think the information is really, really good and it's valuable. So I'm not like saying that what they're saying to do doesn't work. Here's my biggest challenge though. You know what to do. Anybody in a relationship now? No?
Hold on, let me get that on live. Let me know if you see your man or bae. And let me know if you see bae in here.
So, okay, Zell, your beautiful wife, beautiful family, you know that you need to apologize, let's say. But something inside of you says, I don't want to. How do you the right thing is, hey, here's the advice. Go apologize. And you like, yo, I agree, I should. I was wrong. But it's something inside of you that says, I'm not ready right now. Or you know you need to apologize when you're right to fix it. So the relationship coach says, just apologize because in this, there's something that you did wrong. Go apologize. But how do you get yourself to fix your lips to apologize when you're not wrong? And that's hard. So we have to like figure out how to do that. It's not just do it. So when you want to quit, you don't see any out. It's easy from the outside looking in. It's saying just keep running your business, keep working. But inside, nothing that you've done has worked. You're getting frustrated. Even internally, you don't think like the idea is good anymore because you saw something else that's going to be a better idea or another a better moneymaker or somebody else is doing it, and someone that you respected said, you should stop doing that, you should do this, because they're trying to recruit you or have you pay them to coach for whatever. There's so many different scenarios. It's not as easy as just saying, don't quit. That's my point.
I'm so sorry. We have to pause for a moment.
What happened?
I handed him my purse off camera, and he was about to sit my purse on the floor, and the level of mini panic attack that I was about to have with my purse being on the floor. Like, I could have just sat it on the floor.
What's the whole purse on the floor thing? What is it?
First of all, it's Prada, and we just don't put that on the floor. But it also is said that a woman who puts her purse on the floor does not have any money.
Oh, you don't want to look like you don't have any money.
No, I don't want to set myself up for not having any money. Like it says, you'll be broke if you keep your purse on the floor. That's just, listen, that's an old wives' tale, and I don't believe most of them, but I believe that one.
You live by it?
And I almost had a heart attack when he was about to do that.
Please forgive me. That's why I had the question mark in my eyes, like, is this for everybody? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
right.
so we'll almost, hold on. We'll almost have a heart attack if you put your purse on the floor. Have you ever almost had a heart attack if you didn't go to the gym?
Ooh,
or you didn't grind in your business, or you're about to quit, you don't almost have a heart attack. But the fact that you put your purse on the floor dictates your success? Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So,
oh my gosh.
I think of a fun thing to do would be to answer a couple of questions that we're getting. And
no, I would love for you to answer my reply though, because you said something and I didn't agree with it.
What was the reply? You mean with this whole quitting thing?
This whole purse thing, really? I had a nice little red. That was a good little
you
red.
You
did.
Right? The purse thing literally just threw me off. Like, I'm looking, the purse is in the shot, and I'm like, I got to get my purse out of the shot. I'm looking around for where it could go. I was going to try to reach your book bag and sit it on top of that. It's too far. I'm handing it to him off camera while the camera is on you, and I see him slowly taking his hand and putting the purse down, and I'm like,
because if it would have touched the floor,
if my purse would have touched the floor, failure is guaranteed. Okay, you are not speaking that negativity over my life, sir. You would have had to put your credit card on file. Okay.
So much to say, but okay, so just it's not easy to not quit.
No, of course not. It's not easy, but here's the thing. Most things in life that are to be are not easy. Most of the things that we want aren't easy. Weight loss goals, fitness, it's not easy. Recovering from a health mishap, not easy. Making money, not easy. Sustaining a long-term relationship, not easy. Choosing the right food today to eat is not easy. Hell, choosing what you're going to eat for dinner, period, is just not easy. But do you just not eat? Well, sometimes, right? But I call that procrastination on my meal intake because we're going to eat the next day. Like, nothing that you are supposed to do in this life to achieve a result is easy. And we just have to stop. At some point, we just have to stop like coddling. And it's coddling. Oh, I understand why you're quitting. I don't. So here's the thing. Right now you're telling me you broke. And you're telling me that you have a business that can generate income. It's been generating income, but you sometimes don't feel like it to the point where you want to quit. Stay broke. You have the solution, right? Now, if you are mentally going through something, and there's always an exception. So if you are mentally in a place where you're depressed and, you know, there's a chemical imbalance and things, I'm not talking to you. I am talking to the regular, full-bodied, able person that's lazy, that quits on everything. This is what you do. You start getting in a good relationship. Suddenly you don't want to be accountable to anybody anymore. You stop. You start your business. Suddenly you'd rather brunch every dang on day instead of taking your sales calls and doing team meetings. So you quit on that too. Then you deserve to stay broke. I have no advice for you. Stay broke. But if we're serious about achieving a thing, we're fully bodied, we're fully able, we have the time, we've created the goal, it's really difficult to quit. We talk about quitting all the time. You know how many times I didn't want to go to the gym for the 47 days straight that I went? You know how many times I woke up and I did quit at the beginning of the journey. I've quit so many times. There was never a valid excuse. The reason for my quit was my laziness. Also, the reason for my quit was that I could still pull the jeans up and kind of disguise how much my thighs jiggled. But once it got to the point where I was going to have to choose a larger size, like, oh, no, we're not quitting anymore. It's time. Now I've had my sick and tired moment. Enough is enough, and we're not quitting.
Do you think you don't quit just because you made a decision not to quit?
No. I think that I don't quit because I don't want the result of what quitting will give me.
Right. But I think you're mature enough in your business to understand, to be able to even make that parallel between if I don't go to the gym now, this is what I'll look like. But that's not just, hey, just don't quit and stay broke. I think there's some safeguards that need to be.
No, that was just don't quit and get fat.
Well, yeah, just don't quit and get fat. But my point is, so you're on a diet, you say you're not going to eat any more junk food, right? And you're in the Kroger's and you're going down the aisle where the cookies and the donuts and stuff are. It's easy to say, don't pick up the cookies, right? But some people really struggle with that. So I think if someone's asking, how do I not quit? One strategy is to create safeguards around the activity or your behavior that you're so accustomed to. Meaning, if I'm saying, let's say for instance, my wife orders DoorDash every day, twice a day, and I don't like it. Right? We want to be more financially. We don't want to just start throwing money out the window, right? So I could tell my wife, hey, no DoorDash. How long do you think it'll last?
With Dre, your wife specifically, lunch.
Oh, for sure. And she just recently had a baby. We have 2 small children, a teenager, almost teenager. And she doesn't always feel like cooking. She's trying to pump and things of that nature. So me saying don't do it anymore is not as easy as her not doing it anymore. So we set a number of how many DoorDashes you can do for the week.
How many is that?
1.
No way.
Yeah.
You're allowing her to order 1 DoorDash delivery order?
I'm not allowing her. We came up with a plan together.
Okay, so you manipulated her decision
A little.
to agree to one, because that's what it was. Someone who DoorDashes every day that now says once, their decision was definitely manipulated by their spouse.
But you know what? We had a whole conversation around it. She's like, okay, this is what I'm going to start doing. And she's been planning out the meals. She's been cooking like enough for leftover the next day. We just order snacks and it's been her behavior. So we had to create a system.
So was the DoorDash ordering every day really a result of lack of preparation throughout the week? And now you get here, it's the day of, I'm starving. Let's just order real quick.
Yes.
Okay.
So my point to it is there's just not quitting isn't as easy as making a decision, I'm not going to quit. Some of us really have some issues and we have to put safeguards around our not quitting. One way to not quit is get around people who don't quit or get around people who won't allow you to quit. So I used to quit all the time because my friends would allow it. Every time I come with a new idea, they like, oh, that's a good idea. You should do that. But I get around my mentor and I say, I'm about to do this new idea. They said, well, hold on. What about the other thing? We're just dropping that? I remember going to CJ. He like, we just not doing the other thing anymore? Yes, that's a good idea. But the other idea was just as good.
Yeah.
You're now quitting. So me surrounding myself around people who have been doing something for a long time and understand success was one of my hacks for not quitting.
Prolific.
You feel me?
I do. You talking good today.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to say, then don't quit. Like, have you decided that this is what has to happen or it has to happen? Yes, then the answer is don't quit. And when I say, so I'm generally going to say just don't quit, but I love how you went into detail about how not to do that, because that's going to be what's next. Like, you just create a process that doesn't allow you to quit. And that's what we have to do every single day. Like me with my gym routine, I was determined. So what I had to do, I had been working out for almost 2 years on and off. So you can't even really count it. I'd be embarrassed to say it because I'll be like, yeah, I've been in the gym for 2 years. And then you look at me and be like, oh. Were you just joking in the gym or what were you doing? Right? So I got tired of that, right? And then like what was happening was for the first time in my life, people were calling me thick. Me? I'm thick.
You like it?
No.
Oh, no.
I thought
you started tuning up a little bit like, oh, I'm thick.
I thought, listen, it has been my life's mission to be thick. I want to be thick. I want to eat. And then when people started calling me thick, it felt a way to not be called thin anymore, right? So then I'm like, okay, thick is a little doing the most for my body type and what I'm used to seeing in the mirror. Let me maybe be slim thick. And so that's what I started going for. I had to create a habit of loving the gym. And I knew that the only way to do it was to do 15 to 21 days of doing the same thing over and over again creates the habit. So I said, I'm going to do 30. So last month, I literally did 31 days of being in the gym. And that next day, my cousin said, wow, you look great. I want to work out too. So I'm like, all right, bet, I got you. I'm going to work out one consistent week with you so that you can create the habit. And then a friend said, oh, I want to do it too the next week. So now we're on day 47. I took my first off day yesterday.
First off, 47 days, we can clap that up. That's strong. Congratulations.
Thank you. When I took yesterday off, even though my body has been begging for an off day, like literally begging, and I'm being counterproductive working out that many days in a row because your body needs rest for your muscles to grow, right? When I took yesterday off, I literally felt guilt. I felt like, oh, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I considered going to the gym. I had to remind myself, like, going to the gym every single day isn't the best strategy for you to get. Like, my goal was never to be a gym rat that's in the gym every day. My goal was to create a habit that didn't allow me to quit. Go every single day, make it a part of your routine, and you won't quit. So anyway, I love what you said and how you elaborated on the just don't quit, because I told myself, Donni, just don't quit. You want to be fine. You want to be fit. You want to be healthy. You're getting older. I'm 44. Like, I can remember seeing my uncles and my aunts and my mom. They're getting older and they kept saying things like, oh, I need to start working out. I need to start working out. And now they're in their 60s. Some are approaching 70. And that start working out never, ever happened. And I remembered that I said I would never, ever be that person. But then here I was now in my 40s becoming that person who's starting, stopping. So my motivation for not quitting had to be stronger than the evidence around me, because obviously that wasn't it. I had to see the result that I wanted. I had to decide that this is who I want to be. I want to be one of those women that can move her body, that remains flexible, and that you look at and be like, oh, you're how old? That's what I want. I wanted that more than I want to be thick and all of these other things. And I just didn't quit, and I'm not quitting.
I love that. We need to set a safeguard now, because here's what I would like to commit to. You ready?
Yes.
I would like to commit to 2 days a week in the gym. I'd like to commit.
I can't give you a hard time, because the last time I gave you a hard time about this topic, they ate me up in the comments. Oh, you're too hard on him. You expect perfection.
You deserve that. But in what I'm going to say, and this always works for me, is creating a consequence.
Oh, I like it. Okay, so you're going to go 2 days a week.
2 days a week.
Y'all enjoying your snack?
Yeah, because it's super loud. Hungry.
You guys hungry much? Did they get paid this week? Or what's going on? I got the consequence. So 2 days a week, or you owe me $2,000 for that week.
1,000.
2 days a week, or you owe me $2,000.
You don't get to make the number. I'm just saying.
Actually, I do. Who gets to make
you don't. You didn't even make the offer. I'm offering you.
You propositioned a consequence, and I'm closing it out. You don't get to make a consequence that feels good to you.
$1,000 doesn't feel good, first off.
How do I know? Are you going to FaceTime me the moment that you walk into that gym?
But here's the thing.
Because you'll be sending me old pictures.
I wouldn't lie. But I want to, so we need to have some sort of stipulations because if I'm sick, I'm not going.
No, I was sick.
I'm not going to the gym if I'm sick.
Listen, you know what I was afraid of when I said I'm going to work out 30 days? Ladies, what can you guess that I was afraid of? What?
Your
Tell
cycle?
me. My period. I have worst case scenario cramps, balled over, fetal position, throwing up. And when I tell you last month, it gave me the business. And I'm like, this is just what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a challenge. God ain't going to just let you slide through this easy. He's not going to make the cramps not appear just because you've got this goal. He might even give it to you a little harder just to see how badly you want it. I'm in the bed. I'm balled up. I called my trainer and I'm like, I'm not going to make that 6 a.m. Then we had one of those Effect Fitness boot camp things, and it's nothing but jumping. And you can't be bouncing around on the first day of your cycle. So I had to cancel that. I had to do a workout though. I went to the gym and did a 90-minute workout that day, and the extra 30 minutes was a consequence for me canceling the boot camp. Heck yeah, that's a long time in the gym. Yeah, 90 minutes, and I was moving a little slower because I did not feel good. But here's a cheat code. When you have a goal that you're going after, go ahead and predetermine the potential roadblocks.
Yes.
I knew when I created that goal, like, girl, you don't ever work out on your period. You know that you be in bed. I knew, I expected it. So when that day came, and this time 3 days of excruciating pain came, when it came, I was prepared. Like, oh, what's up? I knew you were coming. We're going to defeat you anyway. So I don't want to hear anything about any sniffles.
If I get sniffles, no.
Stomach ache.
When I get sick, I'll be down for the count. Like, when my body crashes, it crashes. But what I'm saying is,
you can be home and you can still do it.
So yes, that's what I was going to say. I'm not going to the gym. So let's figure out like what a home workout looks like. Okay. Or if I'm like traveling or something like that, I still at least can do my workout. So that would be what? Because
the gym is in all the hotels that we stay in. We don't stay in hotels without a gym.
Who goes to a gym hotel? I mean, hotel gym.
I do.
Listen, first off, let's just, if I don't go to the gym.
So a home workout.
Home workouts are good.
Yeah, a home work is fine, but it has to be at least 30 minutes.
Okay.
You have to actually break a sweat.
Okay.
And
how many? So I like to do a certain amount of push-ups. Let's get a number of push-ups.
100.
What'd you say? 25? 2,500? Yeah, who are you?
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, 25.
Robot? Like, what are we talking about?
2,500. Who does that in a year?
First of all,
golly.
Are you telling me you've done 2,500 push-ups in a day? Okay.
Okay.
We got nothing but floor and opportunity.
I know. Hold on. You've been in prison. No. Only way you do 25.
You've definitely been on the yard before. You've definitely been on the yard.
Brother. Yeah, but where do you find
Can you just push up for the rest of this episode?
100 push-ups.
Let's get it.
Could you put?
Like, let's get it. We got to change a shirt in the back.
Okay, 100. I don't know what this brother's talking about. Okay, you can do 1,000 push-ups nonstop.
Right now?
1,000?
Come on, let's get it.
And you've never been to prison?
I just do it every day.
1,000.
David, can you do that with him?
Not 1,000.
Can you do 10?
I can just, come on, you lost your lunch.
That is true.
Before. You can do 1,000 push-ups nonstop. Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. That's impressive.
We'll give you a social proof
hoodie. No. Well, maybe after, because we still got to teach people. We are like.
I just wanted him on the floor while we're doing it.
So you do push-ups
and I need you to count
the whole time. Oh wow!
Let's get it.
Let's get back to the episode, okay? Because that disturbed me.
If you don't
100 push-ups, we'll do 100 push-ups.
100
and
push-ups.
one other exercise.
One other exercise? No. No.
100 push-ups is a lot,
So a strong workout is going to consist of at least 3 exercises done 3 times.
And who said that?
Every trainer that I work with.
No one's ever told you
All
that.
of the, yes.
Maybe they've given you 3 exercises, but that doesn't dictate
That's a circuit. So one circuit for a good workout consists of 3 exercises, sometimes 4, and you want to do 3 rounds of those things.
What if I did 2,500 push-ups? That's a strong workout.
That is a strong workout, but it's not. You also have to do a workout that's conducive to your goals, and your legs need attention. So we want to make
100
sure.
push-ups, 100 squat. I don't really like squats though.
That's not the point. I don't like squats.
Okay, my
either.
home workout is 100 push-ups and 100 squats.
100 push-ups, 100 squats, and 100 jumping jacks.
I could do that. Okay.
So that's 33-ish. 3 rounds of 33 of those things.
Well, it's not 33. It might be like 5 rounds or something. But I'll do it though.
Why would you split 100 push-ups into 5 rounds?
20 each.
Just knock it out. 3
There
rounds.
you go again with that. Just do it. Like, I'm not.
So I need proof. So when you're working out at home, one of the kids or Dre.
I'm not going to lie to you, Dottie. I'll just take it. I would take the loss before I just lied to you.
Shans, I need proof.
Okay.
I
But
need
how are you
Dre-
going to prove it?
I need Dre or one of the kids to send me a 10-second video of you in real time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
With the
That's
date. Hey, Donnie, it's the 30th. Workout.
Anyway, okay. So here's
Now he
back
gotta
to
go
the
pre-record
no.
all the
Back
dates.
to the
bet.
lesson.
Well, no, I want to get really
The
clear
lesson
first.
is, yeah, so I'm creating a safe, if I don't have, I went to the gym for like 3 strong weeks, 4 weeks, and then I fell off
For how long?
for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
But if I do this, then I won't quit because I know that every Wednesday we have a recording and I have to report and someone's holding me accountable and there's a consequence.
And you're cash apping me in real time every Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to cash app you at all, but because I'm going to do it.
Or you can sell it then. From Wednesday to Tuesday is our mark. So starting today to next Tuesday, every 7 days, essentially, you have to work out twice, which is some BS. Like if you don't work out twice, you know what's interesting, and it's $2,000 consequence.
It's $1,000. But I travel a lot Tuesday.
Now we're already creating.
No. I'll do it.
Yeah.
What's today? Wednesday? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna start. Yes, 2 days a week, $1,000, and I need an end time.
I really
this is
feel
over.
like you should do 2 days in the gym, 1 day at home, get 3 days in.
No, I'll commit to 2. I might do extras. You never know, but until
for 90 days. June
the
podcast conference.
podcast summit. Yes, that's July 30th.
Okay.
I'm gonna be fine by then too.
All right.
So 2 days a week, $1,000.
$1,000 due. I don't want to hear anything. I'm talking about Zelle. I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I'll do it on. I'll pay it on the episode.
Now let me tell you guys something. So I'm on Bumble, right? And
What's Bumble?
Bumble is a dating app. So I love a good dating app. I never actually make it to a date with anybody from the dating app, but I love the dating app because I don't go anywhere, and dating apps for me are like people watching. So I be liking to just swipe through.
We was on a play one day. We was going through it was the funniest session we've had. Like just going through all of the clowns that are shooting the shot.
So I literally, it's like a thing. I like to just swipe. Like I may not even be in a position that I want to date anybody. It's just I like swiping through, right? And every now and then I'll swipe right just for the thrill of, I know you wanted to match with me. I just be liking to see the you've matched pop up, right? Anyway, so now that I've become like this gym snob and I'm, a fitness influencer now, because I am a fitness influencer now. You are too.
A little bit.
We're fitness influencers. Like pretty soon people are going to be paying us to wear like athleisure wear.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, so I keep coming across these profiles on Bumble where, they ask you how often you drink, how often you smoke. And then there's one that says, how often do you work out? And every time I see somebody say never or almost never, I be like, ugh, gag. It's just so disgusting to me now. Like, how dare you treat your body that way? You're abusing yourself. I no longer desire a man that's not physically fit.
Good for you.
Yeah. I just don't. Like, or just have the habit of prioritizing your health. You don't have to be fine. Like, you don't have to have like super six pack and all of that stuff. But if you frown up at going to the gym, you're no longer my type. It's like a grown person frowning up about eating their vegetables. What does your pee smell like, you nasty, immature person?
What does your pee smell like?
That's
crazy.
Seriously.
That's
like, that's exactly when people say, oh, I don't eat vegetables or I don't drink water. I'd be like, ooh, going to the bathroom behind you has to be a challenge.
Back to the lesson.
That was some lesson.
Safeguard with consequences.
Safeguard with consequences. And that is really what you do. But the safeguard the consequences have to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And you should still be challenged in the process, because the ability to keep going even when you want to quit is mindset over matter. It's just discipline. So if you find yourself consistently quitting, then you have a discipline issue, not an issue with the gym or working in the business or staying in the relationship. That's not the issue. If you are a person who quits, you have a discipline issue. And now we got to get to the bottom of solving the discipline issue. Why do you lack so much discipline? You know why
it wasn't my first business, but the first business that actually like started working was my t-shirt brand, Sleep is for Suckers, right? So I told this story often, how when I got the job at the Cheesecake Factory, I realized that all of my jobs lasted less than 10 months. And at this point, I was working at Olive Garden, Applebee's, Circuit City. I worked at a bunch of different places, but all of my jobs only lasted 10 months. And then I started looking at kind of like my dating life, and all those lasted about 10 months. Well, when I got the job at the Cheesecake Factory, I'm still like this entrepreneur. So I always had a job and something I was building on the side, always. But when I got the job at the Cheesecake Factory and I had this realization, I told myself, I am not going to be an entrepreneur this year. I said, I want to focus on being able to be at this job for 12 months. Now, I don't remember if my mindset was, man, I'm quitting my dream, or, I'm just going to focus on maybe getting a promotion at this job. I don't remember exactly where it came from, but I did realize the problem was my inconsistency. Mm-hmm. So I had to really focus on staying somewhere, because I start a business, stop a business, start a business, stop a business. No business lasted longer than 10 months. But as soon as I made that declaration that I was going to work this job for more than 10 months, I wanted to be a year. I think that's the reason that this first business worked, because I was able to transfer that experience of focusing on staying at a job for longer than 10 months. And I made a decision. Whoa, that feels good. I'm still here. I'm making more money. I'm better at my job. And when I started my t-shirt brand, I told myself I would not quit. But it was only based off that experience of like longevity. I started looking at it over time. Yeah. Can I stick with a business for 2 years? There's a lot of people watching this. You've never stuck with a business longer than 2 years, ever. And if you did stick with it, it was like, do it for a while, stop, and then pick it up in 3 months. And then you're calculating all the time you've been in the industry, but you haven't really been in the industry the whole time. So quitting is, anybody relate? How long you been doing the thing that you doing? Like, we start and stop and start and stop. So I think maybe the next hack is find something that you can do consistently. Something, whatever it is. Maybe waking up at the same time every day. That don't
Praying
cost you
at the same time, journaling every day. Because that consistency, one thing that we need to quit on right away, though, is this Instagram Live. Thank you, guys. If you want to join us for the behind-the-scenes take and you want to see the episodes weeks in advance, go over to our Patreon. The link is in my bio and it's in David's bio. Did y'all know that we have a private community where if you can't make it into the studio, you actually get to watch us live like these people are right here on the TV? 2 weeks, sometimes longer, before everybody else. That's what we got going on. It's Patreon. It starts at $5. I think the highest investment is like $40, where they get like events with us, time with us in person, members only exclusive merch. Anyway, Instagram, bye.
Yeah.
Consistency at anything, even small steps. Like, I love to see older people, senior citizens specifically, they get tired, like they start to feel their body weighing down and they're like, I have to do something to feel better. And then they be walking around the mall early in the morning. Y'all ever saw that before? And people make fun of them like, oh, they're going to go walk around the mall. That consistent behavior is probably adding longevity onto their life, right? So what is the result that they want? They want full function and use of their limbs and extremities and all this stuff, but they also want to add years to their lives. What do you do when your body starts slowing down? You have to consistently keep it moving. The reward in that is longer use, longer life. They're creating these habits. So for you, like you said, if you have a discipline problem or a problem sticking through, find something really simple to be consistent at. It might be that you walk around your neighborhood every single day, same time. It might be that you say, you know what, I'm going to start journaling and I cannot go to bed each night until I have actually journaled. That's kind of what started with me. In 2019, I love to write, and I write on, I write off, I write, and I noticed for myself when I start to struggle mentally, like when I start to feel defeated or I start second guessing myself a lot, I'm getting anxious and overwhelmed. I promise you, I can always connect it back to I haven't journaled in like 2 weeks. I haven't journaled in a couple of months. Like last year, it was so hard for me to journal, and I had one of the most challenging years, that I felt at that time. But when I've created something consistent and things start feeling off in my life, I can always look at the first thing I look for is what have I stopped doing that feeds me?
I think even some of the success of this podcast is that not that we record once a week, but we record the same day, same time, every single week. And I think like it's hard to it's not tangible. Like you don't know the effects of reading books consistently, but your mindset starts to change over time. And I believe for sure one of the things we need to do in terms of like helping you not quit is to read more. You don't feel, the only challenge is you don't feel it right away. You know what I mean? But there's so much being deposited into your brain, and it starts to come out through your conversation. It starts to come out through your mindset. If we can get your minds, like Donni said, most of this whole game is in your head.
Yeah.
Like all of it. The fact that you can't wake up the same time every day, it's in your head. It's not that you can't. The fact that you don't make the calls that you're supposed to make, or you're not knocking on the doors you're supposed to knock on, or making the attempt for the sales, it's everything, it's in your head. So the quitting isn't external. It's something internal that's not allowing you to not quit. And we got to fix that. And then you probably won't quit so much.
Yeah. One thing that I really admire about you, the morning meetup, this every single day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. I remember telling you some years ago, are you sure you want to do this every day at 8 o'clock in the morning? Like you never want to sleep in on a weekday? I was telling David, that's just too much. Like, I'm not waking up every single day. I mean, first of all, I don't enjoy talking to anybody at 8 a.m. So it would be a challenge for me to offer that one day a week. But you've done a couple of things because of David's consistency with doing this every single day at 8 a.m. One, you've become a physical piece of evidence to people of what discipline looks like. Two, you have carved out a space in a lane that makes it almost impossible for anybody who knows you to even think about starting something even one day a week at 8 a.m., right? Like you own that space. And I think that a lot of your ability to be consistent is a result, like a branch off of that seed that you planted. Like every single day, I am going to be here. I've seen you there during the most difficult time of your life. You're still there because it's the commitment that you made. And let's give it up for David on that. Yeah. And it might just seem like, to an outsider, the morning meetup just looks like an offer. It just looks like, oh, here's another way that you can pay David to be connected and to learn and all of these things. But for you, it's something different. And I think the morning meetup has elevated your life in a way and made you a better person because you show up every single day. And as a result now, because you show up, you expect people to show up. Don't play with David's time. Don't waste his time. Don't take his time for granted, because he doesn't do that. Every single day, you're going to be on that call. That is out freaking standing.
Yeah, I'm so appreciative. I tell them all the time that the morning meetup is like, it's for me as much as it is for them. Because now I have a routine. But you know what's cool? It doesn't feel like discipline. It just feels like it's what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you going to the gym, after a while, it doesn't feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be disciplined today.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I go to the gym. This is what I do, right? So once you really start to like get into your bag with something consistent, other people on the outside will be like, yo, how are you so disciplined? How are you so consistent? You're like, what? It's just
what I do.
It's not as hard. Like from my perspective, going to the gym every day, it's like, oh my gosh, mind blowing. How do you find the time? But you're like, I mean, you just go. It's not that deep.
You just said something. What's also so crazy is I used to give myself the excuse of, I mean, yes, my health is important. My physical fitness is important. I just don't know when I'll find the time. Now that this is like a must do for me, it's so crazy how I can identify the times at the start of every single day or the night before. Like I have this window to do that. Like I have ample time to hit the gym now, like ample time. And I used to convince myself like, oh, I have to make this easy for me. I have to make it convenient and comfortable. So I'll go in the morning, but not too early in the morning because I can't commit to that kind of lifestyle. And here I am at the gym in Riverdale, which is like 30 miles away from my house.
You go to Riverdale?
Some day, twice a week, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, twice a week. So I go to two different three really, because my home gym and then here with Bria and then Tone. Appetite for Fitness. So when I go to Riverdale, that's at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm up against rush hour. From 8 to 10 a.m., I don't talk to people for real. And so it's going against every habit that I thought I had created to keep me from being a morning person. I'm at Effect Fitness, going there every now and then for a 6 a.m. class. Who do I think I am? I went into Effect Fitness 2 weeks ago on a Wednesday, me and my cousin and Candace and Maya Elias. And we're in there. The class starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, there's a class that's getting out at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Well, they start at 5 o'clock in the morning. They're getting out when we're arriving. And Maya's like, what time do I need to meet you there? I'm like, oh, you should be able to just pull up maybe 5 minutes early, get a spot. We get there and I'm literally circling the parking lot for like 10 minutes to try to find a spot to park, right? And this is a really large parking lot. I'm like, yo, on a Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm struggling to park for the gym. So I created a parking space. I never found one. I made a parking space and I walk in the gym. The 5 a.m. class is coming out. I see like a bunch of Instagram influencers like that comedian Lou Young. I think he's so hilarious. He's leaving and there's a bunch of people. And I'm looking at all these people who were there an hour before me. And I'm thinking back to me struggling to get out of the bed. Like, why would I agree to a 6 o'clock in the morning class? This is dumb. Those decisions that we make in advance, it comes and you like, worst. And I'm the whole way like, we're going to get this workout going, but I'm never coming back at 6. I'm coming to the 10 o'clock class. When I got there and saw the 100+ people who were walking out of the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning with energy, feeling alive. They're going next door to the smoothie shop. They're talking business.
Wow.
I go in there at 6 o'clock in the morning and give that class everything I got. And now I say I'm committed to go at least one day a week there.
Wow.
Because it's the type of workout that it is. It's not something that I personally want to do more than once a week. But now I feel like I want that energy. And I see these people who are in there, like there's some rappers in there and just people who have achieved something at a high level. And I'm like, okay, there is a connection with prioritizing your health or your physical fitness with the money that you make.
100%. Where's this one at?
Effect is off of Metropolitan.
Metropolitan? Okay.
Yeah.
Every day or what days?
Yeah, they pretty much have something every day. So you got to check their Instagram and they post the schedule for the week. But every day there's something at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even on Saturdays and Sundays. And so there's classes. I do the class with the bricks. So you can have a class with the brick, a class without the brick. It's a cement cinder block that you're using as a step thing to step on and off of.
We probably should be in there since we're fitness influencers.
We're influencers. Yeah, we're influencers.
Oh, and we did the workout.
We did our muscle mindset and money workout. Yep. It was more lit than I.
It was amazing.
It was really dope.
I wanted to. Yeah. Okay. Can we? You want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about it now or later?
Okay, so I quit.
But the funny thing is, before we get started, I'm talking about everybody's there, and I see Bria with the little headset, and Donni says, "Hey, give me the headset. I'm gonna talk to him real quick." The first thing, she's like inspired, motivated, saying, "Yo, we are not gonna quit. This workout is just like business. If you're gonna quit this workout, you're gonna quit your business. Do not quit. Repeat after me. I will not quit. I will not quit. I will not quit. I will not quit." She said, "I will not quit." I'm over there like, yeah, I will not quit. I'm excited. We get, 4 minutes into the workout. Me and Donni are in the front. So it's like me, Donni, Bria, she has the headset on. She's giving the exercises. No lie, I'm not exaggerating. 3-4 minutes into the workout, Donni stops.
Hands on my knees.
I'm talking about
bent
walks
over.
Out of the line though. Like walking, like we're all in there like doing the little thing. She stops and walks away. I was like, yo, I said, hold on, Donni. What happens to the whole motivational speech? He's like, I just can't. I'm done.
Okay. All right. So a couple of things, right? I have been strength training, not cardio training, and cardio is different.
Don't do that.
Cardio is different.
Don't start co-signing
now,
this.
I work at home all day long. I don't be getting my steps in. Now, there's no excuse. I did get back in there, but also at that time, it had been more than 40 days that I had been working out. My body was on fire. I was so sore. Reese, and here's what happened. Bria, our trainer, I tell her, don't take it easy on them. We about to make this difficult. I want you to go all in. This is boot camp. I want people to feel it. I need them waking up for 3 days straight.
You want
sore.
people to feel it.
Yeah, I want everybody to feel it. I'm like, I want these people to feel it.
Excluding yourself.
Excluding myself. So I'm like, I want them to feel it. Make it challenging. Make it tough. Blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, I got you. So then she starts pulling out more like obstacle courses for us to go through. And you never realize how long a minute actually lasts until you're working out in the gym and you're having to like squat for a minute, lift for a minute. And in that moment in the gym, I really was like, Bria got me completely effed up, like for real. That was just a fact. And cardio is my challenge. So that's the next phase that I'm in, because I realized I'm actually running a 5K this Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Me and Maya and...
We'll clap after you've actually done it.
After I've done it. Ernestine, I think, is doing it with me. I'm running a 5K, and the reason that I'm running the 5K is through a muddy obstacle course. I'm super excited about that. But the reason that I'm doing it is because I know that my next step is really getting my my sustainability in check, and I got to get better at cardio, and I have to get better at the cardio that's not fun. So I can dance, I got you. You know, I can do certain physical activity that I like to do, I got you. But you tell me to get somewhere and start running, start squatting, I ain't got you. So now I want to be the person that can go in the gym and complete a workout without feeling like I'm about to pass out. Gotcha. But the cardio was a challenge.
When are you doing it?
The race is Saturday.
The Saturday?
The race is Saturday. And I'm going to finish. But like, if you get me and tell me to like lift weights and, you know, lap machines, and I'll do that. But that jumping up and down, bouncing around the gym, I ain't got it. I ain't got it.
Yeah, that's cool. It's just, we'll just monitor your motivational speech in the beginning.
And let me tell one of my trainers, Tony, Appetite for Fitness, he knows me and Maya both don't enjoy like the cardio part, but we're in the gym, and to keep myself motivated, you know, some people listen to certain songs to stay motivated. I'm a twerker, right? That's all I know how to do. I realized how much I don't know how to dance when I took EJ and Mecca's glutes class.
Are you taking
We in
it?
there, they coordinated like a mug. And I'm like, hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Like that's the only move I got, right? So now I'm like, I really want to be more coordinated. When you start getting older, it's not even just about becoming slow. It's not about not being able to move. Like things like balance, you have to start considering, like coordination and balance. And so they got us stepping up on one foot on a step little thing and rolling your hand, lifting your hand out, going down with a weight. And I'm struggling to keep my balance. And I'm like, what is this? I was in ballet. I was a ballet dancer. I took gymnastics. My balance is A1. If you don't use it, you lose it.
That's a fact.
Anyway, Tony understands that I really don't like cardio, but he's been trying to help me build my endurance over the last 2 weeks. So he lets me and Maya at the end of our workout, we'll do like a burnout, and he sends us into the private room, and he's like, okay, for 6 minutes, y'all gonna do jumping jacks for a minute on, and then y'all gonna twerk for a minute on. Jumping jacks, twerk, jumping jacks, twerk. I have never in my life thought that I could lose my life. Twerking for a whole minute and then going into a jumping jack, it's awful. So it brought me back to, so what do I actually be doing? Like, what was I doing in the club? Couldn't have made it through a whole verse.
Right. Yeah, but it's like little short spurts of twerk, right?
It's like a little short,
and then you're done.
It's a little 16 count.
Then you take a little drink.
Yeah.
And then the hook comes back, and then you.
Listen, because I've never in life, I think, broke a sweat twerking in the club. I don't think it's been so long since I've been in there. But even if we did like a boat party or something now, y'all know that's my thing. Even with my clients, like with my students, when they celebrate something, they be so excited to come and report their win because they know that I'm going to twerk for them. Not like bent over to the camera, but I'm going to, they love it, okay? It's like ringing the bell. They'll say that they've won, and I'd be like, okay, I'm over here twerking.
I was wondering why you had so many male clients. You got a lot of male clients. Now it all makes sense.
Okay. I do not twerk for my one-on-one clients, just to be clear, and this is on a Zoom call, you guys, for clarity, okay? But yeah, that's really all I got. So the gym has exposed to me that I do have the ability to be disciplined. It has exposed to me that I can challenge my mind, but also challenge the constraints of what I place on my body. I remember going into the gym and my first trainer telling me to pick up a 15-pound dumbbell, and I'm like, nah, 5 pounds is my range, right? Then squat, and I'm always talking about I got this tricky left knee, which I do, but it's been in my head as to why I couldn't do squats and challenge it. And now I'm squatting and doing everything that I thought I couldn't do. Yeah. It wasn't that I couldn't do it. It was that I didn't want to do it, and I wasn't prioritizing doing it. Yeah. So those things, the gym, it's so funny how in just living your life and doing regular things, you pick up so many valuable lessons.
100%.
Like I actually can be disciplined. I actually can function before 8 o'clock in the morning. It's not so bad to drive like 30 minutes away from your home and come on back. When I work out early in the morning, I literally leave with so much energy, grab something to eat, and I look at my watch like, it's just 9:30 in the morning. I have the day to just do stuff. And I'm just so grateful for these lessons because there's going to be a story in business that I'm going to come up with as a result from this. But I just know that it's making me better as a whole.
We're also, and this is for you all that come to live recordings, we were talking to the gym is literally next door. So it's like, it would be maybe a 7-minute walk, right? So we were thinking, we need to do, like, we record at 10 and then like we jog over there and we do a workout and come back. So I think that would be cool for all of our consistencies if we know we have a routine. Because some of you guys have baked this into your routine, like on Wednesdays we come. So if we go, and literally I was thinking like, I really want to wrap my whole life around this somehow, like, and put a shower in that bathroom. We got a really big bathroom. We put a shower in there so I can come back, take a shower, and still do business throughout the day. So, so real quick, I have to go. I gotta do this speaking. I'm on a panel. They're not paying me, but it's the Hawks. So I need somebody to finish this
Microphones.
this podcast episode for me.
All right.
Who started the podcast? Who started it?
Huh?
You started, right? Did y'all start?
No.
Y'all wasn't talking?
No, we were talking, but we weren't recording.
Can you
All
finish
right.
the episode? Because we gotta
Yeah.
get to at least an hour. So we got like.
Come on in. Come on in. Get out, Dave.
All right, come on, Brett. You are here. Finish this episode for me. I gotta go do this speaking.
Come on, Brittany.
This workshop.
Let me get down here.
Can I answer a question? You got something to say?
Do I have something to say? I mean,
Come on, let's make it quick. We're still recording.
How much weight have you put on too?
Don't walk in front of that
15
camera.
pounds.
Okay.
So do you feel more thick now?
I do.
So her goal is
You certainly look more thick.
I do. Thank you.
That's what you want?
It's noticeable.
I like it.
Yeah.
I remember being there.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We are going over into the Patreon. Naya, can you scroll up? No, down slowly for me. I just want you to go back down because we're so far past that conversation. Can you close that door, somebody? All right. Okay, Patreon, if you guys have any questions regarding the conversation that we've had today, go ahead and drop them. I am about to change gears real quick. So Brittany owns, what's the name of your company?
Brittany Michelle Designs.
Brittany Michelle Designs. And maybe a little more than a month ago, you sat down for lunch with me and David.
I did.
Because you are seeking, you want us to partner in your business. Mm-hmm. And so Brittany makes, she makes these signs. You can't really see it right now, but she makes signs that started off for realtors. Like if you see the signs that say, I got my keys, sold, bought, she makes these. Is this acrylic?
No, it's resin, epoxy resin.
Epoxy resin signs. They're really beautiful. We have them in here for social proof. And we've been telling Brittany or encouraging her to figure out new processes so that one, we can condense the time that it takes to get an order, but two, you can take more orders at a time. And because we like the quality of the work, the signs always get compliments. They always receive compliments. We sat down with you to take this meeting.
Yes.
You sent me a text message that I didn't respond to, and I'm taking accountability for that. Now, granted, it took you a while to get the information. And one of the things that's really important when we're having someone look at potentially investing in our business is speed. Success loves speed. And so that day that we went to lunch, I'm excited. I'm ready to go. This is a possibility. I see the future in this. We talked about, buying a building and what that needs to look like, how much space we need, how many employees we would need. But I challenged you to do a little bit of market research and come back with some answers. And it took you about a month to bring those answers back. And I kind of lost my excitement. Let's talk about what took so long.
Okay. So first things first, I feel like because everything was so new to me, it took me a while to kind of figure out where do I even begin? Like, where do I even start? So once I got out of my head, then I started to move and find a realtor and go look at buildings and find the answers to the questions that y'all were asking me. So I think really it was mental. That took me so long to start. But then the process of finding a building took a little bit longer than I thought it would take. I thought it would be a quicker process than what it actually is. So that took a while. Finding, I saw so many buildings. I don't even remember how many buildings I visited, but finding a building that has everything, that took a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the text message that you sent me, I saw that it had something to do with the building. I actually skimmed it while I was driving, and I just totally forgot to go back to it. But it's because, too, it's like an out of sight, out of mind thing. And there are so many people who would love to sit down for lunch with me and David to talk about partnering in their company. And we took that lunch with you.
Y'all did. Y'all really did. And I appreciate it. And I'm grateful for the opportunity.
So what has to happen now to get back on track? Because this isn't a done deal. We have to discuss numbers. We have to discuss margins and profitability and make sure this is going to be a sound investment for both your business and a sound investment for us. So what are our next steps?
So our next steps are, I don't have my phone. It has the information that's in it. But our next steps are getting the information to the landowners to get the process going with the buildings. But I do have a second presentation already set up to present to y'all with all of the other numbers that we discussed at the first meeting.
So we got to do another meeting.
We have to meet up again.
Because
we still have to talk numbers.
So I want you guys in the comments for me before we agree to this second meeting. I want you, first of all, the first meeting took quite some time, right? And we had been expressing interest. Brittany kind of positioned this a year plus ago. We were in the old building.
Not quite.
Yeah, when was it? When would you say it was?
It was this building, actually. We were here. We weren't in the old building. The old building, I don't think I was even thinking about
we were
expanding.
We were thinking about expanding, and you were asking questions, and we offered you some expansion advice, and me and Dave looked at each other and said, you got some money, I got some money, we could invest in this. So that started there in the old building.
Okay.
And now we're here in this building. It took a long time to get a meeting on the calendar. We did. We had a great meeting. You've done the work. You've gone out. You've done some market research. Now you need to present something else. I want you guys to drop some advice to Brittany in the comments. First, I want to know, do y'all think we should take this now second? Would it be a second meeting?
It will be a second.
Do you guys think we should take the second meeting? And number two, give her some advice about how to execute quickly when it comes to securing an opportunity. Yeah. Because we don't even have to not be interested anymore because of the numbers. It may just be, so the way that you execute in this is like a cracked window into how she's going to execute on tasks if we partner, right? Now, we love Brittany at Social Proof, so we likely will take the meeting. But I feel like because of access, and we talked about access in the last episode, you weren't here. I feel like because of the level of access some of you guys get to have in the studio audience and in the Patreon, you don't take it as seriously as if you were going to like Shark Tank. You would never have taken a month to get back to Damon John. You have access. You know how to pull up. You know how to find us. You know how to shoot me a text in the middle of the day. You know how to reach us, right? And I say this to say, don't mistake access for opportunity. They're not the same. Okay. So I want you from today forward to approach this like you would be approaching it with one of the sharks.
Okay.
Or all of those sharks. I need shark energy.
I got you.
You got me?
I got you.
All right. You guys, this has been another amazing episode of Social Proof. I also have to get out of here today, and I want to take a few minutes to answer the questions that are on our Patreon. If you want to be in the studio with us live, become a member of our private community. This is really cool because you get to see us recording the episode. We've got our Patreon right over here watching us in real time. You won't see this episode for maybe 2 or 3 weeks after they've already seen it. Not only that, after we cut the cameras, we go over, we engage with them, we allow them to say hello and answer their questions and all that good stuff. And if you choose the, I believe, inner circle member of the Patreon, you get to meet with me and David twice in the year. We'll put something together for our private community. And we got to stop saying our Patreon because they're not paying us to be on this platform, right? It's just our private community. So let's just start saying our social proof community, because that's what it is. Even if we went to another platform, it's still the social proof community. So we want to make sure you guys are joining our members exclusive community so you can get all of the backdoor access to stuff. We do put a lot of behind the scenes stuff up. David and I throughout our day, business meetings that we're taking, fun that we're having, all that stuff goes on the Patreon. And last, before I forget, I don't want you guys to forget that I am one of the dopest business coaches you can have access to today. So if you're struggling in your business and you need some assistance, you're looking for a coach, schedule a call with me and my team to see if we are a good fit. If you are a coach, course creator, or consultant, or aspiring, and you're looking to fully develop your program, go to sixfigureedu.com and we will help you get that together. We are out. Okay, the boss of me, who's been mean all day, all right? Reese is on one today. He says that I have to also remind you that I have a podcast. Did you guys know I had a podcast? Full Transparency with Donni Wiggins. It drops every single Tuesday. Make sure you go. It's right here on the same network, on the Social Proof Network. If you just scroll through the playlist, you'll find the one for Full Transparency. In fact, we have a few different podcasts that have released on the Social Proof Network. Mine is one of them, Full Transparency. Click playlist, search Social Proof, click playlist, and you'll find it right there. Come and join me. I give you the fly on the wall perspective of talking to entrepreneurs. It feels like if me and my friends were out having successful conversations over lunch, over dinner, over drinks, that's how we're bringing it to you. See y'all next week.
If you like the video that you just watched, click this one. You're going to like this one, maybe even more. Click it right now.
You have the option to say, because of where I came from, I can't do anything. Yeah. You also have the option to say, because of where I came from, I'm changing the narrative. 100%. And I'm going to do everything.
100%.